Yep. and we welcome you to Brawl. I am Max Radix alongside my broadcast partner Erwin, and if it's anything like the last Brawl we had, Erwin, this could be one for the record books.
Well, yeah, of course. Newcastle have had us all week, but with such an explosive Brawl last week, we brought this one to London.
Yes, live from our nation's capital tonight. Brawl comes from London, and we will start tonight with a US ranking reshuffle match for the number 8 spot. I believe the loser will face the magnum opus associate of Jimmy Falcon, but tonight we will see Jeff Collins, a trainer for EFW, take on Jerry Buckley, who is trying to rebuild his career in N.E.W. after a hiatus after injury here, Erwin.
Well, yeah, and it's a very interesting thing that Snake and company have essentially allowed Jimmy Falcon to continue in this US ranking, considering they hold his contract at the moment. Of course, that's whoever loses this match here tonight will face them. Of course, we've got plenty of other interesting matches along the way here tonight.
That's a good point. Brawl tends to have it all here tonight in loud London, our nation's capital. Collins and Buckley, two veterans of N.E.W. going at it one-on-one. It's an Extreme Rules matchup, of course, like all the ranking reshuffle matches have been, Owen.
Well, yeah, of course, and both of these men hunting for that number 8 spot in the US title rankings. I mean, it's getting close to the end of that ranking. You know, you've only got a couple of opportunities left, and then you're in the UK rankings, and that's essentially where everyone else in N.E.W. is going to end up, which means you're going to have a bigger fight to get closer to a title shot.
It's of course no disrespect to United Kingdom rankings, it's just as a new title off the block, if you will. That's a default position for a lot of these N.E.W. wrestlers here.
Yeah, I mean,
during the ranking reshuffle.
Of course, all the titles important, but a lot of people do see the UK Championship, as its TV counterpart was in the past, as the stepping stone, the first block in a solid career.
It's also known as the workhorse title, Owen. That UK title. All the technical guys want it. They know what kind of technical scene they have in the UK.
Very true.
Well, Jeff Collins, 5'10", 209 pounds, from Leeds, England. The trainer, the teacher. Is he still a wrestler?
Well, he's desperate for a victory. I've got to say that he's lost against the Prodigy
in front of his own students, Owen.
Yes, exactly. And then, of course, after that, he's had one ranking reshuffle match here that has been unsuccessful. I'd hate to see him go on the losing streak. It's a dangerous thing.
Well, yeah, I think Collins is one of those guys. I think if he's not in the ring week to week, those skills that we know what he's capable of, but those skills will get a little bit dull, shall we say. He's one of those guys. He needs match practice, and he doesn't just get the same exposure as a trainer than he did a full-time wrestler.
Yeah, it's exactly like I said last night. When you're training people, you're not expecting them to catch you off guard. You're not expecting them to be trying to win. They're not experienced like they are here in N.E.W. for a large part of that.
Well, Buckley, Jerry Buckley, despite the fact his career has been stop and start as of late because of injury, expects victory tonight. 5'11", 220 pounds, originally from Hollywood, California. Jerry Buckley claims wrestling is his life. And Collins tonight will be his student for the number 8 spot of the US rankings.
Jerry Buckley, of course.
Jimmy Falcon awaits a loser.
Once upon a time a member of TMDC. When they first stepped into the business. Now
Here we go.
Solo.
Oh, big suplex. And a Russian leg sweep, Erwin.
Oh yeah, Jeff Collins starting off strong. Jerry Buckley caught the leg.
Big leg sweep there by Buckley. And a vicious right hand. Over the top rope he goes.
Hard to judge where this match is going to go. Both of these in a big need of a win.
Yeah, Collins and Buckley both desperate for it here. When you see these counters, these hard shots coming in already. Oh!
Both brilliant wrestlers in their own right, but really need to find their feet here in the N.E.W.
Oh, middle rope. Oh!
Misses with a senton. Collins coming back here. Oh, but a back elbow from Jerry Buckley stops that.
Big back elbow by Buckley. Taunts the crowd. Not sure if that's wise against a veteran like Collins, but that planning DDT might just do it.
Oh yeah, keeping up with the attack here.
Oh!
And realising from the early set, what? Knees to the head.
Buckley with those vicious knees to the sternum and the head. And Jeff Collins has taken complete control of this matchup, Erwin.
Oh yeah, realising that he can't take him too easy.
Oh, gut wrench.
Trainer's rust. But Jerry Buckley has injury rust.
Northern Lights suplex by Jerry Buckley, going to the middle turnbuckle, waiting for Collins to get up here. It could get dangerous. Oh, double axe handle, beautiful.
Jeff Collins onto the apron. Looking to be in big trouble here. Oh, knocked off. Of course, this is Extreme Rules. You will not find a count out taking place.
Buckley now
taking advantage of that.
On that apron, Owen. What's he gonna do? Oh,
what a forearm!
Right off that ring apron. Jeff Collins hits that wafer thin mat.
But catches the leg.
Tremendous counter by Collins.
Buckley countered again. Caught Jeff Collins a quick attempt at a drop kick there.
Well, it's counter after counter.
Indeed.
Oh, shades of the Vega bomb. Oh!
Right onto the back.
Sweet Jesus, right into the steel barrier, Owen. His spine on the steel.
Well, that could have broken a shoulder blade right there.
Absolutely horrendous.
And somehow that's woken up Jeff Collins.
Yeah, Jeff Collins has somehow, after that shot to the spine, has been given a kick to the ass. Fireman carry takedown. Buckley now reeling after the attack from Collins. That headlock, armbar, excuse me, after the headlock. Oh!
Shot to the arm.
Forearm to the head of Buckley. Middle rope sent on.
He connects. Jeff Collins somehow has managed to turn this match around.
Adrenaline, pure adrenaline. Sometimes pain wakes you up. Perhaps this is the case for Collins tonight. What a kendo shot. Kendo stick Collins, right to the head of Jerry Buckley.
In his earlier career, no stranger to an Extreme Rules match.
Well, a 1.9 from Mike Chatopa. This match continues, but Buckley is in trouble. Jeff Collins in control. Jerry Buckley on the ring apron. Oh!
What a shoulder barge to the outside.
Tremendous.
Jerry Buckley is down.
NFL-esque. shoulder barge. Shades of Rhino in his prime right there, Owen. My God, what a headbutt. Back into the ring.
Could be it, I think.
Well, Collins looks like he circles Buckley, goes to that triangle, elbow to the head. Oh wait a minute, here we go.
Going up top.
Gonna try and finish it here with a bit of high impact, high risk, big payoff.
Buckley to get up.
Oh, there it is. Flying stunner. 2. Yes, it's over.
Victory, what a move.
Jeff Collins with a flying stunner defeats Jerry Buckley here tonight. What a match to kick off Brawl, Owen.
Not surprised for a second that Jerry Buckley didn't get up after that.
Tremendous matchup.
Seems Jeff Collins has learned something new from someone, and it worked here tonight. Jerry Buckley goes on to face Jimmy Falcon.
Or perhaps he's been taking some hints from his students, who knows. But yes, Jerry Buckley will indeed face Jimmy Falcon, the associate magnum opus, in an IC title reshuffle. But what a victory tonight for Jeff Collins. Unexpected, but welcome.
Well, yeah, he's got to be pleased about that after the losing streak he's been on recently.
Good point. Very good point. Well, coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have a one-on-one match between Troy Webster and the Prodigy, and that should be a great matchup. The Prodigy, of course, been on that mixed run of form. The Troy Webster, trying to establish himself a career now that his period with the Enforcers come undone. An interesting matchup with a tremendous amount of possibilities, Owen.
Well, yeah, I mean, the last time we saw Troy Webster, I believe, was his match against the Reaper. And the last time we saw Prodigy, I believe, was another random victory over someone that in his past life wouldn't have taken seriously. That has changed.
Change for the worse, change for the better. We're going to find out. Oh, wait a minute. Well, the current United Kingdom champion has decided to interrupt our scheduled programming here. We'll try and get you the Prodigy in there. Troy Webster as soon as possible, but right now, Owen, it seems we're going to hear a few words from our United Kingdom champion.
It's rare that he makes an appearance with a microphone.
This can't be good.
Going to say. about that?
Yes, the Reaper tonight. Essentially saying it took 7 men to beat him for the E.F.W. Championship. He's basically telling the locker room to stop wasting his time to give himself some genuine competition, because the Reaper claims right now, Erwin, he's bored. And what kind of twisted individual does that make the Reaper?
Well, exactly. I mean, we've seen everything that he's done here as of late, just left a path of destruction. But maybe, and I hate to say it, maybe he's right, maybe they need to stick him in another elimination chamber to humble him.
Well, he'll know. Who will know? The Reaper, since he's come to N.E.W, has been an absolute menace to civilized society. He's put people on the shelf, he's attacked people after matches. His attitude is not good. But the Reaper, as long as he has that United Kingdom Championship, Erwin, is always going to get a little bit of free fall within the company.
Well, yeah, I mean, as destructive as he is, people are essentially now, at least, they know what's going to happen. It's kind of at their own risk deal. But again, I think Adrian Goldman should probably listen to that and try and put him in something that is more than a one-on-one.
I agree.
But, dear God.
Well, that's a headache for Adrian Goldman, thankfully. We are now going to return to our scheduled programming here, ladies and gentlemen. It will be the Prodigy by name, Prodigy by nature, arguably one of the best nearly men. I mean, you've had that conversation before with nearly men in the N.E.W. 5'11", 149 pounds from Bangor, Maine. The Prodigy is one step away from greatness, but just cannot seem to take that step.
Well, again, now that he has this serious head on him, I think we will begin to see that streak. I think we may actually see him get a championship here, but again, we haven't seen him in a ranking reshuffle yet. We still don't know where he's placed, and I mean, if it comes to it and he's in the UK rankings, I mean, again, you've got the Reaper at the top of that chart. How the hell do you prepare for something like that?
I'd Troy Webster been there seeded as of yet?
I don't believe so.
Well, there you go, that's at least 2 of our best men right there. There's so much work to be done in this reshuffle, demanded by our CEO Adrian Goldman.
Oh, hang on, sorry, yes, Troy Webster is currently in the number 5 ranking for the US Championship. He beat Gabriel Gonzalez for that spot. Very interesting that he's chosen to take on this match. I suppose it's while the US rankings dust essentially settles, while we still find the last few in that ranking, but you think he'd be trying himself against some of the competition there.
Yeah, absolutely. Troy Webster
getting used to it before the numbers start to shift.
He is a student of the game, no doubt about that. He will have watched the tapes, he will have watched every match, every piece of footage he could find for the Prodigy, and at 5'11" and 230 pounds from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Troy Webster can pretty much do it all. I mean, he wants to make a name for himself, Erwin, after his departure, shall we say, in the big way from the Enforcers. Troy Webster, he was called the Enforcer of the Enforcers for a reason, Erwin.
Well, I remember Troy Webster further back than that. I remember the days of the Trailblazers when he and Bart Brute first came in. What a phenomenal tag team.
Tornado DDT by Webster to kick off this match by the Prodigy.
First ever tag team champions.
And the planning DDT to follow.
But yes, Troy Webster is almost resetting his career here after that stint with the Enforcers.
Well, perhaps that's what he needs after that big headlock. When he's going to the top rope, looking for trouble. Oh, big knee
Acting
to the
very
Prodigy,
fast.
right to the sternum. Going for a pin here, could be all.
Oh, and Prodigy kicks out after a long 2.
A close 2. Troy Webster has piled on the damage to the Prodigy early on in this matchup.
Yeah, Prodigy getting back.
Oh yes, fighting back.
Again, if we'd have seen the past Prodigy, that would have probably been it.
Oh,
He'd have just not been prepared for this match. However, clearly he knew, looking at Troy Webster's tapes, that he's going to have taken this speedy approach. He's just got to take the first few blows if he can't counter them fast enough, and then
well,
work on the attack, which he has done right here.
swinging neck breaker by the Prodigy, who's called this match a potentially defining match in his career. The Prodigy has taken this match about as seriously as he would take a title shot. Troy Webster knows, he may have his work cut out for him today, but that elbow and the armbar, this consistent assault by Webster, just showing right here why he's such a sound technician there. Oh, wait a minute. Prodigy trying to fight back on the ring apron. Oh, big shoulder barge by Webster. NFL-esque shoulder barge once again.
Oh yeah, but this one's a one-on-one. The count-out begins.
Well, Webster's footballing background has clearly been the advantage here tonight, Erwin. He looks in a much better ring shape than the Prodigy.
Yeah, he's clearly taken him off his game here.
On that steel ramp.
Prodigy has had some offense in this match, but clearly not enough. The count of 5 needs to act fast if he wants to get back in this.
Yeah, the Prodigy is just a heap. He's just a mess. A mess on steel.
Full of steel. Count of 7.
Troy Webster just basically needs to pick it. Oh my God! Well, that was either an underhook DDT
Count of 8 is the elbow drop there.
or a double underhook DDT, but either way, Troy Webster may have just taken out the Prodigy on the steel. Webster, yes, he has, Owen. Well, that will be controversial, but it is effective. Troy Webster has beaten the Prodigy by count-out, Owen.
Well, interestingly enough, settling for a count out there. Not quite sure why. I would have thought we'd have seen this finished in the ring. However, that is not the case.
While the Prodigy, after being pummeled, destroyed by that steel ramp heading to the ring, it looks like Troy Webster tonight had just a little more left in the tank. What a victory for Webster.
Absolutely incredible victory here tonight. And again, the Prodigy now, in this day and age, not really someone to be taken lightly in there, because it can bite you. Troy Webster clearly taking it to him.
Well, a victory for Webster.
But as if we were missing personal grudges on the match card, well, here's one for you.
Oh yes, we're going to take it to our women's division. And as I've said it before, Rowan, the hottest women's division in professional wrestling today.
Well, yeah, I mean, this has nothing to do with the rankings, however, it may affect them. I'm not sure on the judgment call on that, but Emma Zander wanted this match. She wanted a match against Alice Young at some point to get back at her for assaulting William Zander during one of their tag team matches.
Well, there's that old saying, Owen, be careful what you wish for. And Emma Zander, who is better known as a manager, Owen, that's been much publicised, is going to know exactly what a Tennessee chicken wing feels like tonight. I'm telling you, this is going to be an easy victory, in my opinion, for Alice Young.
Well, it is no holds barred. So it's going to be very interesting to see where this ends up. Kicking things off.
From True Force, 5'5", 132 pounds, from the great wrestling county of Memphis, Tennessee, the two-time women's champion, Owen,
Yes.
Alice Young.
Carl has an opportunity next weekend to get those women's tag team championships. Hence why this doesn't really affect the women's rankings. That's already been decided. Sonia Jackson will get that title shot.
Alice Young knows that being the best comes with that kind of territory. In N.E.W, a two-time women's champion, one of the most decorated women in N.E.W to date. And it's a hot debate, Erwin, who has the most brutal submission manoeuvre in N.E.W today, but I believe that Alice Young is winning that debate right now with that vicious Tennessee chicken wing. Not many people kick out of it.
No, they don't.
Or bridge out of it.
Very right there.
Well, Emma Zander, the manager, the brain, the mind behind the muscle, really wants to make a name for herself as a competitor in her own right, and I cannot disrespect her for that. That's a great ambition. You should always look to better yourself, but when you're against an opponent like Alice Young, a veteran of N.E.W,
it's almost like starting from the top.
it's like fighting an elephant
With a pea shooter. I mean, I don't want to discredit Xander. She did do well in her rise through the rankings.
Well, Erwin, put it this way, it's like fighting an elephant in a tutu holding nothing but a stick. You ain't gonna get that far.
What an image that conjures up.
Well,
Emma Zander trying to start off strong though.
Emma Zander, yes, but she's got nothing to lose in this matchup at all.
Changed with that shot.
Yeah, that vicious forearm by Alice Young put a stop to that valiant attempt and a comeback. Well, dare I ask, Owen, who's your pick for this one between Alice Young and Emma Zander?
I've got to admit, for the reasons this match was set up, you've got to be in the corner of Emma Zander. But
really?
In experience, Alice Young has it in buckets.
Well, that's what I've always liked about you, Owen. You've always been a dreamer. If Emma Zander wins this matchup, I'll pan fry my own nipples. Well, a monkey flip by Alice Young.
Emma Zander clearly having trouble in the get-go here. However, Alice Young taking time to adjust her attire. Paid for it there. Oh, hang on a second.
Oh, wait a minute. Well, business is about to pick up here.
Diana Simmons music blaring out here.
It's a Brazilian behemoth. It's Diana Simmons, Owen.
The other half of True Force.
Oh,
she's in
there
the
she
ring with a
is.
baseball bat. Strike to the head.
Right to the
Slides out as
skull.
Shatopa turns round.
Shatopa didn't see it. The end is nigh for Zander.
We knew exactly what happened there. But of course, yeah, you can't call it if you don't see it.
Cross body off the middle rope by Alice Young, taking her time. Extreme rules.
Oh, yeah,
There's nothing that Shatopa could have done about it anyway, Owen.
Coming back in, taunting the crowd for a moment there. Oh, and another strike with that baseball bat. And again to the knee this time, I think catching her arm slightly.
That's a great tactic by Alice Young. You may not like it, but that's genius.
Weakening all the extremities.
If you take away her power base, which is all through the legs from Xander, then what has she actually got as a competitor? That's a great tactic by Alice Young.
Back nonetheless. Seems to have annoyed Emma Xander here.
Yeah, one more shots on the leg. I'm not going to be
going for a crossface.
Oh yes, going for a submission of her own here. Emma Xander, go for it. Why not?
Annoyed.
What a bridge!
Oh, but Alice Young getting out of there. However, Xander coming back again.
Oh,
snapmare. Those strikes with that baseball bat have done nothing but annoy her. But Alice Young.
Tremendous takedown by Xander.
Oh, with a DDT.
Tornado DDT by Young. What a match.
Yeah, I mean, for a second there, I thought Emma Xander was literally about to make you pan fry your own nipples.
Well, on the ring apron, Xander goes and Young follows onto that ring, onto that wafer thin mat on the outside, Owen.
Yeah, Xander once again in trouble here.
No one heard me anything about nipples. Anyway, Young and Xander fighting on the outside.
I hope there's a vignette for that if she does pull this one off. But it doesn't look like she's going to. And
oh,
she just
dear God.
Power bombed and again.
Right off that ring post, right into the wafer thin mat. Alice Young shows no mercy.
But Xander again has been woken up by the violence.
Yeah, Xander being fueled by the pain, it seems.
However, thrown back in the ring.
It's been shot after shot, counter after counter between these two women, Owen.
Oh, went for the rear view. Missed. Xander ducking out the way. The crowd going wild.
Rocket leg sweep. Take that, Alice Young. What a shot to the back of the head by Xander.
Tech Monkeys.
Oh, but the backdrop.
Ready.
Backdrop by Young.
Oh, going for a pin. 2. Kick out by Xander. She's still in this, but really needs to slow Alice Young down here.
I couldn't agree more, Owen. Alice Young is on a roll here. Emma Xander's in trouble if he doesn't do something quick against the former 2-time women's champion.
Incredible dodge of the rear view. Was not quite enough.
Against the rope. Oh, big elbow. Right to the sternum of Xander. Beautiful manoeuvre there.
Drop kick. Emma Xander not even able to get to her feet.
Well, that stiff drop kick to the head is going to disorientate Xander. Right into that ring post, excuse me. Right into that corner. Oh, stomping that mud hole, Owen. And again.
Deep shots to the chest.
Oh.
Decides to relinquish, does not go for the pin, or does now. Still a 2 from Emma Xander.
Emma Xander showing her toughness, her resilience, refusing to stay down to Alice Young.
This match was all about her teaching Alice Young for attacking her husband.
Well, Alice yeah, this is as personal as it can get for Emma Xander. That's a great point, Erwin. Alice Young just wants to compete. This is very personal for Xander. That crossbody is not going to help her.
Of course, Alice Young has a matchup at Riot. She's got to be considering that.
Help her cause. Alice Young in control. Oh dear Lord.
Again to that turnbuckle post.
And again, shoulder first, right into that ring post. And again a 2 count. Xander refusing once again, Owen, to stay down.
Alice Young clearly not happy about that. Another elbow drop, this time to the back.
It's been an aggressive match between these two ladies.
Oh, looking for it the second time.
Oh,
connects that time.
Alice Young with that vicious knee right to the head of Xander. It took it out of Young, but that could be all. Goes for that patented GBH neck wrench.
Decides not to go for the pin.
Goes for the submission.
Perhaps building up for that chicken wing.
You would think so, Erin, after that all that attention to the neck of Xander.
Dragging her to her feet here. Snapmare.
Again, assault on the neck.
Oh, misses with a drop kick this time though.
Which for the record would have hit the neck. What a forearm smash by Xander. It's clear Alice Young has a game plan. All Emma Xander has to do now is stop it. Oh, another arm breaker. Go on,
Again,
Xander.
A clever idea for Xander. Wearing down those arms. If she can't use those arms, she can't get that chicken wing.
That's a very good point, Erwin. Emma Xander and Alice Young are on fire tonight.
Oh, hang on. Slaps the chest.
Springboard.
Oh, what a drop kick.
Tremendous athleticism by Emma Xander.
Possibly dislocating the shoulder of Alice Young.
Going for a pinch, it opens down. 2. It's over.
Well, we need that sound clip, Tech Monkeys. You know what you promised at the start of this match.
Emma Xander, the springboard drop kick to Alice Young, taking her completely by surprise, taking us by surprise, but enough to get her the victory. Emma Xander pulling a massive upset here tonight against the 2-time women's champion Alice Young. Erwin, what a match that was, yeah, I mean, to kick off Brawl.
The interference from Diana Simmons, the use of the baseball bat. Emma Xander had none of that. She literally just used her heart and soul to win this match. And there's nothing I love more than seeing something like that happen. Dodging the first rear view, didn't dodge the second. This drop kick, my God.
Vicious drop kick. Emma Xander has turned a few heads here tonight. There's no question about that. The biggest victory of her singles career today. No question, in my opinion. A singles victory over Alice Young means Emma Xander is going places in that women's division. You can bet your bottom dollar about that. What a way to kick off Brawl.
Of course, it doesn't stop there. We've had a ranking reshuffle match. We've had that match that was absolutely phenomenal. Of course, we had the Prodigy and Troy Webster. Now we've got the Gangster, who is due a match at some point to decide if the Hit Squad or Los Luchadores go through to face Magnum Opus. He's now got a match with the Mechanic. This is going to be incredible. This is for the Intercontinental rankings, of course.
Well, yeah, Gangster versus the Mechanic in an Extreme Rules matchup. Both these men, hard-hitting characters, shall we say, in the N.E.W, to say the least. Both not a stranger to a chair or two. It's going to be a hard one to pick between the two thugs of the Gangster and the Mechanic, Erwin.
If you ask me, we're going to see blood in this match, without a doubt.
Well, you may want to put the women and children to bed, as our old friend and colleague, Mr. Jar, would say. This one could be ugly. Don't say we didn't warn you.
Yeah, I mean, these two extreme competitors, definitely.
Well, absolutely. The Gangster from the Hit Squad, 6'3", 299 pounds, from Brooklyn, New York, a former TV champion in his own right. Of course, the tag team titles still eluding the Hit Squad, Erwin.
Well, they've still got a chance. I mean, if they beat Los Luchadores, I'm imagining that happens next week, then they've got to beat Magnum Opus. Again, no easy task.
They've got to beat Magnum Opus twice, Erwin.
Well, yeah.
Which is an impossible task. The Gangster, however, and Tyler York refused to give in, but the Gangster still wanting to make his mark in singles competition. And what competition he has tonight against this man. Well, if your car breaks down, go to anyone but the mechanic. 6'8", £411, Dover, Delaware, a former United States champion. He may fix your truck, but he will take your soul as payment. The mechanic on a roll.
Well, I mean, we've seen what him and the Doctor have done when they've teamed up recently. A very new tag team in N.E.W. have been cleaning house.
Absolutely brutal combination. The EOD subtle on the teeth of the mechanic and the Doctor right now, Erin.
These two, absolutely incredible. And of course, the mechanic, no real failure as a singles competitor. As you said, has had the US Championship once before.
Yes, that much coveted United States Championship was once in the hands of that proud competitor there, the mechanic. The suplex master versus the street fighter. Oh my word, shoulder block, using that power by the mechanic straight to the Gangster there with that kick to the heart.
Yeah, the Gangster.
Oh, what a headbutt.
Wow.
Right out to the ropes. The mechanic's not messing about here, Owen. Oh, what a guillotine as well. The guts and the head of the Gangster must already be on fire. What a snap suplex. Dear Jesus.
The mechanic has always been focused, always been a brutal competitor. The Gangster is feeling that pressure right now.
What a shot to the spine of the mechanic, right back onto the ropes, hanging onto the ropes for dear life, I might add. Another guillotine.
And of course, this match very important. We don't really know what's going on in the Intercontinental Division at the moment with the attack on O'Grady from GBH. We haven't really heard anything on that from Adrian Goldman, of course, with the attacks with Red. That's kind of why.
Oh my word, what a DDT. It's a very good point.
Had a chance to sort that out.
The Gangster and Mechanic both have their eyes in the Intercontinental Championship and will want to make an impression here tonight. What a forearm to the Gangster, who goes onto the outside. I can guarantee you that's not a good place to be for the man from Brooklyn.
I mean, it was a hellishly brutal match that Hit Squad were in against the Militia to pick up the victory last night.
Or was it the Crew? It was the Crew, wasn't it, there first, sorry. Yes.
It was the Crew, I believe, yes. The Mechanic now.
It was a brutal match nonetheless. And
absolutely
I think that
brutal.
may have taken a lot out of the Gangster, and to have him competing here tonight may have been unwise.
Right back to that patented GBH neck wrench, Owen.
It's been absolutely brutal here. The Gangster thrown back in the ring, almost lifeless. He hasn't even had any offense in this matchup. Going for a pin.
But yeah, only a one by the Mechanic. The Gangster hanging on in there. But how long for after those brutal shots to the head? That elbow square to the head of the Gangster. He must be seeing stars. Feel my word, the German suplex hangs on, Erwin.
We've seen this before.
Number 2. The trifecta of German suplexes, turning the Gangster inside out.
Oh, here we go. I think it's the end of the Gangster here. Full service. That's it. Surely that's it.
No!
How the hell the Mechanic has just been manhandled this entire match.
My goosebumps have goosebumps. The Gangster kicks out of a full service. What a gut wrench by the Mechanic.
I have no idea how the gangster is even still conscious.
That's obscene. It's obscene resilience. That's like the 4th guillotine of this matchup. The abdomen must be on fire after the series of gut wrenches and guillotines that the gangster has taken in this match. A planning DDT. What a return. What an answer. The gangster's still in this fight.
He needs to do something big here though.
Against the ropes. Oh yes, huge lariat. Take that. No, not even a 1. Christ. Not even a 1, Owen.
The gangster's got a long way to go to get back in this match.
Swinging neck breaker. Taking the mechanic down. That's a good start. Clubs to the back of this giant. This colossus. Oh!
Reverse suplex there.
Great flurry here by the gangster, finally gaining a little bit of offense in this matchup. What can he do against the mechanic to keep this man down? Another planning DDT, ramming that head into that mat.
Perhaps playing on the stamina. Oh wait, no, that's Red's music.
Oh, surely not. Come on, the gangster has just got
a...
come on, the gangster has literally just got a foothold of this match. This isn't right. The Red has no right of being here. Oh my word, what a Red alert. It's Extreme Rules.
Once again.
There's nothing Shatopa can do. The mechanic is down. Not like this.
Way.
Not like this. It's over. The mechanic. The mechanic has just beaten the gangster.
The gangster was finally fighting back. Everyone was sucked into that match, and Red just comes down and finishes it for us.
He's not even cleared to wrestle here in N.E.W.
Once again, yes, he is not cleared to wrestle.
Well, a Rebel continues his role of destruction, interfering into what was a great match between the gangster and the mechanic, and the gangster just finally looked like he was getting a foothold in that matchup, and then Red coming from absolutely nowhere with that vicious Red alert. Mechanic, of course,
kicking out there, and then we got about a neck breaker from him, and Red's back in the ring.
Well, him and the mechanic seem to be oh, look at that.
Well, a handshake.
Look at that. That may speak 1,000 words, Owen.
I thought we were going to see a red alert to the mechanic too, but...
Well, Red always has a plan, and is getting the mechanic on side part of that plan.
What the hell is going on with Red?
He's not even cleared to compete here in N.E.W. He's an illegal competitor right now.
And he's made it clear what he wants. Adrian Goldman.
He wants a title shot, and he wants you, Erwin.
Been refusing so far, but how the hell do you stop him? I mean, Adrian
well,
Goldman
I think this is an appropriate time to ask: would you take a match against Red in his current state of mind?
I think if it stopped all this, perhaps, but I don't know that it would. I think that's the problem. I don't think it would stop if he won the title. I don't think it would stop if he beat me. I think this is the Red we saw back at the start of his career. And he has literally returned to his roots and is a danger to everyone in that locker room.
Well, that's your opinion. Of course, Red is fueling the fires of the rumour mill right now of these assaults in matches that have quite literally nothing to do with him, but that handshake there.
Oh, wait, hang on a second.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, what now?
Casey Judge has made his way down to the ring.
Well, Casey Judge, former N.E.W. champion, Intercontinental and European Championship gold also to his name. It's here, interrupting our match schedule, and clearly Casey Judge has a few things on his mind. So all hail Judge, everyone. Let's hear what he has to say.
Oh dear God, he's back.
Well, Casey Judge also demanding a title shot. Red clearly having a problem with that. Red is seemingly determined, obsessed with the N.E.W World Heavyweight Championship and his revenge, and Casey Judge might just be in his way, Owen.
What the hell is security up to? That's what I've got to ask.
Well, our security is fairly lax in N.E.W. I think we've learned that, if nothing else, after some of the hellacious backstage brawls we've seen as of late here. But Red is here again, the outlaw, the last rebel, not even cleared to wrestle, not even healthy enough to compete, but he's here, he's deranged, and he's after Casey Judge. Well, here we go.
Oh my word!
Oh, what a shot by Red.
Red's heard enough.
Not again.
Casey Judge
Trying to fight back here against this lunatic.
Misses with a clothesline.
Oh. Shot to the back of the spine. The Red is now attacking Casey Judge after this war of words, Owen. Both men wanting a shot at the N.E.W World Heavyweight Championship, and now this is just a fight, a mugging between Judge and Red. Oh my word!
Not only can I not believe what we've
Belly to belly overhead
already tonight.
Casey Judge, tremendous manoeuvre.
The man I pinned to be able to face the champion to get the championship shot I now have is fighting a man who possibly wants to kill me. I don't quite know how I should feel about this.
Worried, scared.
Oh, what a...
Incredibly vigilant.
Oh,
Oh, what a lariat. Take that all the way from hell. Shatopa there finally try to pull Red away. Security's now heading down. Try to get Red away from Casey Judge. Both these men want blood. Both these men want the N.E.W World Heavyweight Championship. What is Adrian Goldman gonna do about this situation?
I have no idea, but he needs to act fast. Riot is fast approaching. We don't need this kind of thing.
A hellacious brawl it has been. And coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, it's not going to get any softer, I can promise you. Coming up next is going to be Akane Matsuda versus Farrier. in a women's ranking match, our first of two main events here tonight. This is going to be a phenomenal matchup between the Empress and the Mistress of Mind Games tonight.
Well, yeah, Farrier looking to climb. Both of these ladies from EFW had fought there, have come over, made their mark there enough to get to N.E.W, are finally making their mark in N.E.W. Both of them snatched up, interestingly, by teams, well, not a team on Farrier's part, but Sonia Jackson therefore becoming a team very early into their appearances. Both basically, you know, it's a bit different here in N.E.W. We'll show you the ropes, and they both definitely been aided by that.
Well, I think it's been pretty obvious, in that all these teams, all these guys in the back, guys and girls in the back, have realised what two incredible talents Akane Matsuda and Farrier actually are, and want to have a slice of that action in the future. Akane Matsuda and Farrier are both future world champions, in my opinion, here in the N.E.W. Both these ladies, of course, have been incredibly prominent in EFW. Farrier was a tremendous EFW World Heavyweight Champion, Erwin.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think that alone is what made her welcome into the N.E.W. Akane Matsuda was not successful in that championship hunt until she got here. Had a brief run as the champion, we must not forget.
She has a championship run to her name. We can never take that away from the Empress, and she is a proud member of Xander Enterprises, of course accompanied to the ring by the successful Emma Xander here tonight, and the leader of this group, William Xander, who will be proud as a peacock of his wife tonight after pulling off that amazing upset against Alice Young in that tremendous matchup. Can Akane Matsuda make it 2 for 2 for Xander Enterprises? 5'2", 175 pounds from Kyoto, Japan, a former N.E.W Women's World Heavyweight Champion, Erwin.
Oh yeah, I mean,
the Empress can get it done. That New Japan veteran, she's got all the skills she needs, and she's got the backing of Xander Enterprises. The sky is the limit, surely, for Akane Matsuda.
Absolutely incredible run as of late for both these women. I mean, the future is bright for this team, most definitely. William Xander has managed to acquire Zach Fuller, who is a prominent future. That is the thing about Xander Enterprises. They seem to have gone after the future. They're looking at what can hold out in this business, and that's a very wise choice for a team. They've got to have that longevity. There's no point in picking the people who are pro now, because come 3 years they might have lost it.
Yeah, I think I call that the Terry Funk effect. Now, you know, you'd love Terry in your team for a week or two, teach your kids the ropes. You wouldn't want him there long term. He's 78 years of age. He's going to cuss a lot. He's going to break a lot. He's going to do things that ain't quite right anymore. You want tomorrow, you don't want yesterday, and that's exactly what Xander Enterprises are trying to do. Farrier will not be concerned about that one iota. I can promise you that. Sonia Jackson's in her corner, who is a force to be reckoned with herself, I may add. But Farrier, who is the mistress of mind games, I don't call her that for no reason at all. This zombie entrance, in that she seems to project every time she comes out here is not by accident. She is psyching out her opponents. 5'9", 152 pounds from Lisbon, Portugal, a former EFW Women's Champion. Farrier knows how to get it done.
When you mentioned Terry Funk, you said it ain't quite right. I think that's a perfect analysis. And Farrier, I mean, phenomenal athlete, but those mind games, you just don't know what is going to happen in that ring.
Maybe she's another closet graduate of Funk Heroing.
Well, you never know.
I'll have to ask Riley Patterson what she knows about Farrier.
Exactly.
Does Terry Funk have an international wing? That's what I want to know.
I wouldn't doubt that if he'd been to Portugal and broken something over there, over someone's head. I would not doubt that for a second.
If he hasn't done a 15-foot moonsault in that country, I'll be very surprised. Sonia Jackson and Farrier in this ring.
Yeah, of course, the Scorpions, team that have kind of yet to find their ground in the women's tag team division, which is a hellacious division in its own right.
Absolutely, still fairly new to that division. Only time will tell for the Scorpions, but tonight it's a singles match. Farrier getting first blood there against Akane Mitsuda with that double knee action right to the head of the Empress. Going to that patented GBH neck wrench, Irwin. Off, slam to the mat.
Akane Matsuda in trouble on the get-go. Of course, will not be unfamiliar to the attacks of Farrier. Will know what she's up against.
Middle up, oh, crossbody. Connecting in a big way, right across the ribs of Akane Mitsuda. That double axe handle right to the spine. Has not helped the Empress one iota.
Akane Matsuda yet to have any offense, although it is early, you cannot count her out. As well proven with that shot to the gut.
Oh my word! Trademark Masuda with that crucifix and that kick to the lower back. That sharp kick by the MMA specialists.
Oh wait, Farrier though reversing the Irish whip.
Oh, Farrier missing with that double drop kick though. Farrier missing Masuda as she ran the ropes, but getting the better of her there just a little bit quicker as both ladies countered.
Luther's press there, finishing it off though.
Well, that was tremendous speed by Farrier and ring presence as both ladies made a mistake there. It's live, ladies and gentlemen, it can happen. Farrier recovered quicker at the end of the day, that's the bottom line, and got the Luther's press and has took over this matchup.
Well, that's the thing, this is wrestling, not acrobatics.
Oh! Shot to the back by Matsuda. Finally finding back. What a German suplex. Vicious release. Slamming Farrier's head right into that mat. And those elbows to the head. Just for the good measure. To the mistress of mind games, who's in trouble now.
Yeah, Xander's looking on the outside there, as is Zach Fuller.
Akane Mitsuda on that top rope again, going high risk for the second time in this matchup.
Big risk up on the top.
Oh dear lord!
I think was going for maybe a leg scissor or a Hurricane Rana. Farrier running forward to try and avoid it, still got some of it.
Well, she definitely connected, but she definitely didn't get all of it.
Forearm. Oh, returns with one of her own.
Oh dear lord!
Reverse DDT.
And again, the counter game continues. Farrier now.
Oh wait, Akane again. It's back and forth here.
Yeah, it's so quick. It's a blink of an eye counter stuff here.
Oh, going up to the top rope. Armbreaker.
Akane Mitsuda with that armbreaker from the middle rope, taking control over Farrier.
Well, yeah, but how long? I mean, we've seen this in this match.
Yeah,
so far.
it seems I've said that 4 or 5 times already tonight,
exactly.
Erwin.
Just as you think one of them is getting the upper hand, it's coming back to haunt them. However,
tremendous suplex off the ring apron though by Akane Mitsuda. That was a hard shot to the mistress.
Seemingly has slowed this match down for now to her pace. Working on the arm here.
That's been a staple of Akane Mitsuda throughout this entire matchup here, when she's been clearly working on that arm and neck of Farrier.
Very tactical choice, of course. Both of these women quite the submission specialists. Farrier managing to roll out. Still has the hammerlock, got free there with a back elbow.
It's become a technical game now between these two ladies. It's who can now. Oh, what a shot!
Nothing technical about that.
Well, yeah, just as quickly as it started, it has ended. in an extreme fashion there, with that shoulder barge right to the outside. And now these ladies fighting on that wafer thin mat. My God!
Well, Jackson helping her tag team partner to her feet just in time to avoid Akane Matsuda, and now has the upper hand.
That chop block right on that barrier, that steel barrier. Akane Matsuda's in trouble here, Owen. Serious trouble. Fighting back again. Trying.
6 here.
Firing getting the better of her that time.
Could be looking for
another shot into that barrier.
Gets in at 8. Farrier getting in as well. Oh, and going straight into a wheelbarrow pin. 2. Oh, Akane reverses.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, just a 1.
What a bridge.
My God, the speed of Farrier. She literally slid in the ring straight into a wheelbarrow pin.
But the speed of Matsuda to counter it. But what a speed of that snap suplex. These two ladies are on fire tonight.
Farrier taking a bow. Dear God, what a match. Oh, and an enziguri.
Right to the temple of Akane Matsuda, the Empress of Strong Style. It is feeling the effects of her legacy here tonight. What a vicious forearm. Oh, wait a minute. T-bone suplex. Take that. Sweet Jesus.
What a match.
How much more can Farrier take? How much more can Matsuda take?
Well, this could be it right here.
Oh, wait a minute, is it too close?
Cinched in
No,
the
it's not. There it is, yes.
What an armbar.
Tremendous armbar, it's over. It's over.
All it took was a strong submission. I had a feeling it had boiled down
Strong
to who
style
got it in
armbar.
first.
And Akane Matsuda has beaten Farrier here tonight. Xander Enterprises with a huge statement of intent.
Absolutely beautiful manoeuvres throughout that match, back and forth, but in the end, once that armbar was locked in.
Well, our first of 2 main events tonight, and the N.E.W rankings match is going to have to work very hard to top that one, because what a match between Farrier and Akane Matsuda here tonight, Erwin. It was counter-central between these two technical masters here tonight.
And you know what that means. Xander Enterprises get that 2-0 victory here tonight.
Well, a small part of my soul hopes that these two ladies meet again sometime down the road. That was a magnificent matchup.
I have no doubt that they will. What a match. I can't believe there's more to come here tonight.
What a brawl it's been. Live from our nation's capital in London, 4,000 strong have joined N.E.W tonight. We thank you once again for joining us. I'm Matt Fredericks alongside my broadcaster partner Erwin, the former N.E.W World Heavyweight Champion, and we are proud to bring you N.E.W's main event. It's an Extreme Rules triple threat match between Hannibal Jacobs, Vega and Franco. What a matchup this could be, Owen.
Well, yeah, again, the climb underneath of the N.E.W rankings. It's ever changing, ever moving. Of course, I've got my shot against Bart Brute, but that doesn't mean that the momentum can stop for any of these guys who want the shot next. That's what this is all about.
Absolutely, Franco, Vega and Hannibal Jacobs all have their eye on that heavyweight championship, all want their shot of Ken. Of course, Jacobs feels a little bit cheated that he never got a rematch for the title that he lost. Vega never quite got there after being so close to becoming contender-in-chief. And of course, Franco, the best kneeling man in the heavyweight division, the best of the rest, if you will. A tremendous triple threat awaits us tonight, and it's Extreme Rules, and all 3 of these men, Erwin, no stranger to a chair.
Almost definitely not, and I think it's going to be interesting to see how the lower end of the N.E.W ranking shapes up after this match. I mean, one guy can essentially go on and continue their climb what a match this is going to be. They've got to follow that. Well, possibly the coolest entrance at least.
Oh yeah, Hannibal Jacobs. Shades of Flash Gordon. Shades of far too many mushrooms. 6'2", 355 pounds from Albuquerque, New Mexico. A two-time former N.E.W. World Heavyweight Champion, a former TV champion. His longest reign as N.E.W. champion, incidentally, Owen, was 87 days. So Hannibal Jacobs, despite his, shall we say, outlandish style, has been very successful here as a singles competitor.
Yeah, his first run was an absolutely incredible 87 days, nothing to be scoffed at whatsoever. Of course, he's had a victory on it since, and that TV championship.
Well, the titles are keep flowing for Hannibal Jacobs. Will this be a night that he gets closer to N.E.W. title number 3? The most decorated man, alongside Vega. I believe he is actually slightly more decorated than Vega in terms of N.E.W. title reigns. If I'm not mistaken, the stat monkeys
he has one more N.E.W. championship under his belt.
Well, there you go.
In total, Vega of Magnum Opus has had more titles.
Well,
I mean, at any point in the N.E.W. ranking, you're up against the cream of the crop. That I said this last night. That list of 10 competitors plus the champion, that is essentially the 11 best men in the N.E.W. business today.
Well, the 10 best men and one broadcaster. Hannibal Jacobs.
Who has the title shot, me or you?
Hannibal Jacobs.
Maybe I could somehow get Red to deflect his anger on me onto you instead. Thank God we have a lock on this door.
Well, Hannibal Jacobs, after threats against my life, Hannibal Jacobs awaits the arrival of Franco from the crew. 6'4", 248 pounds from Beverly Hills, California. A former Intercontinental Champion, former Tag Team Champion, former two-time Television Champion. Franco is considered one of the very best prospects here in N.E.W. as a whole. Owen, the nephew of Kurt Angle, he has Olympic gold in his DNA. Franco, surely, Owen, surely he is one to watch.
Well, normally I would have no hesitation of agreeing with you. One hell of an athlete, should be a champion any day now. However, he was in that grueling tag team match last night with the Hit Squad, and we saw what toll that took on the Gangster. I mean, Franco was very slow to the ring there. You saw him with a slight limp.
Yeah, Franco clearly still feeling the effects of that epic tag team encounter. Awaits the third man, awaits the ace in the hole from the most dominant tag team this century in pro wrestling history, Magnum Opus. Vega from Magnum Opus, 7'4", 640 pounds.
The monster. I still doubt that he is actually human. Absolute beast.
A tremendous beast. A tremendous athlete. A big, nasty bastard.
I mean, anyone who makes the mistake of defeating him still has to suffer the consequences afterward. He's one of those.
Well, to continue the tale of the tape, ladies and gentlemen, he is a former N.E.W. World Heavyweight Champion, as discussed before, a two-time Intercontinental Champion. He's also won the coveted European Championship, which is now held proudly by his mentor and manager, Snake,
Well, he was the first
on 2 occasions.
first ever N.E.W champion as well. We shouldn't forget.
He's also,
And the first
as he
ever
like to
US
remind
champion.
everyone, every man's nightmare. And could that be the case tonight for Franco and Hannibal Jacobs? Here we go. And we're off. Franco, first manoeuvre there with that crucifix DDT. On to Hannibal Jacobs, going now for the big man, who powers out of it. Oh, that stomp to the head, putting Vega in control real quickly. Hard one to call with a 3-man situation here, Owen.
Well, yeah, the pace is going to slow down at some point, no doubt, but for now, it will be fairly fast. Vega, for the most part here, taking out Jacobs. Not so successful with Franco there. What an arm drag.
All these 3 men here, absolutely determined to hold the gold once again. Jacobs now, floating knee right to the back of the head, putting pressure on the spine and the neck of Franco.
Now going back to the big man.
Oh my word, what a backbreaker.
As impressive as Franco is, Vega has got to be the main target.
Oh, absolutely. I think if they're not focusing on the big man and they're making a fatal mistake there, they need to keep Vega down if they stand any chance of becoming N.E.W World Heavyweight Champion again.
Jacobs was doing just that, but he's turned his sights on Franco and Vega is back up.
Of course, being an avid fan of Magnum Opus, I do not applaud that kind of tactic by any shape or means, but it is sensible.
Vega caught with the knee as he went for a shoulder barge there. God knows how far Jacobs would have been flung out of the ring if he was successful with that attack. Jacobs again keeping the big man down, but seeing Franco come back in the ring. And again, as dirty kind of a tactic as it may be, yes, I would have maybe at least suggested teaming up against Vega. Remember that fateful elimination chamber where no one else wanted to take him out and I had to do it all on my own, and it was a hell of a job. Damn near killed me just trying to eliminate the bastard. Don't want that kind of pressure again. What a powerbomb to Hannibal Jacobs.
Yeah,
Jacob beginning to take control here. That's good for no one.
Oh dear word, my word, what a suplex there by Vega. Continuing the assault here. Franco and Hannibal Jacobs in a hell of a lot of trouble here. The monster is in effect. Oh my word.
Fist to the face.
Essentially being punched in the face by an ox.
It's the worst thing about being in a match with Vega. You know, no matter how much that hurts, you've got to get up and fight or he will just destroy you.
That's why he's been so successful, ladies and gentlemen. It's why he's a multi-time champion. It's why he's one half of the most dominant tag team in wrestling today.
Franco now going to work on Hannibal Jacobs as Vega tries to find his feet on the outside. Going for a pin. Vega's back in. Oh, was it 2? Hannibal Jacobs managing to kick out there. Franco with a Russian leg sweep.
Yes, Franco there. Tremendous maneuver. Goes for the hip toss. I think goes for a. I thought he was going for a belly to belly there, but kept it on the mat. With Vega, perhaps a wise maneuver there, negating the power game of the monster. Russian leg sweep to Vega.
Trying to squeeze some wind out of him, make him work a bit more. But yeah, Vega, such scary recovery rates. Oh, I think Jacobs was going for a spear, got a DDT for his trouble. Franco going for a pin on Vega, this could be it. Only a 1.
Not even a 2 there. Vega, the big man, showing exactly what he's made of here against a nephew of an Olympic gold medalist.
Franco,
even his lineage is impressive.
beginning to look a little exhausted.
Franco's a stallion, Owen. He'll take a breath and he'll suck it up. Look at that, going right back to it. Bridging with the monster. What a chop block. I don't think that was wise by Jacobs.
No, definitely not.
Right back in the corner by Vega.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, wait a minute.
Vega's looking for something
Oh, come on now.
destructive here.
This is not necessary.
Thanks
Oh!
from the middle rope.
Turning Jacobs inside out with that massive superplex. Dear sweet shit. Hannibal Jacobs could be dead right there.
Franco may be unconscious after that headbutt. Going for the pin on Jacobs.
No!
My word, I thought it was over right there.
How did Jacobs kick out of that?
I don't know how wise it was to kick out of that. Vega back on the attack now.
After that ungodly suplex, Jacobs must be bleeding internally. There's no way he's 100% after that. The giant is still bludgeoning to death with big knees right to the head, Owen. Again a 2.
We know Jacobs is a fighter.
A 7'4" knee right to the head, and Hannibal Jacobs kicks out. That's how tough the former N.E.W. champion is, the purest striker in the game.
As Vega just put all his weight onto the chest of Jacobs, Franco just took him from the back, but now Vega again fighting back. Maybe that's why Jacobs
God, what
was kicking out,
strength!
knowing that somewhere Franco may have been able.
What a bench press slam by Vega. My word, scoop slam to follow. Sheer carnage by the monster.
Oh,
dear
now
God.
sitting on Franco instead. Trail of destruction at the hands of Vega here. Oh well, that could be it, but Jacobs back to his feet. There's a pin. Spent too long messing around, trying to goad the audience behind him. Loses an opportunity to Vega.
Right, Franco and Vega there.
Perhaps even taking a step back, perhaps deciding that was enough for him for the night. I don't know, but
Well, I think
break that pin up.
I think sometimes veterans like Hannibal Jacobs know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Seen where the wind was blowing and let Vega do what he was gonna do, and that was win the match and magnum opus once again. Keep their name in the hat for that #1 contendership after, of course, you get your shot, Owen, for the N.E.W. World Heavyweight Championship. What a main event!
Of course, Vega still has a little way to climb up that ladder, but it is Vega, and it would not surprise me if he does, and that's a bad thing, so whoever's champion by the time he gets there.
Well, the monster match is on. What a brawl that once again had it all. I'm Max Radix alongside my broadcast partner Erwin. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Good night.